All right, folks, in this video, I'm going to be talking about my MATLAB 3A, number 16. Now, your numbers might look a little bit different than the one I have up here. Sometimes 8 or 9 is the first number, but despite which version you have, this walkthrough should be helpful to you. So first, we're actually going to use our calculator on this problem to figure out what the range is, since this is not a type of function I would expect you to know what it looks like just from the equation. So when we go to type this in on our calculator, notice that I have put orange parentheses around the denominator. That is because anytime you have a binomial in your numerator or denominator, you have to trap it in parentheses. So our graph looks like this. Now the question is asking for the range here. So my range starts from negative infinity, and this is similar to one of the problems that we did in the notes. So we don't have to write a range expression for each piece of this graph, because this actually isn't a piecewise function. It's all described by this one equation, but we do want to make sure that our range covers the whole expanse of y values covered from this graph. So as I start from the bottom, we are starting at negative infinity. So that's going to be my start of interval notation at negative infinity. Now, as I move up the graph, I'm going to go ahead and go over here to trace, so you can watch my little cursor. So as we move up, we appear to be kind of leveling off both in this direction and, if I trace over here, in this direction as well. Now, what y value do we appear to be leveling off at? From both directions, it looks like -1. So we can use our trace feature to kind of follow and look at what our y values are doing. I can actually keep going and going this way, and I can see I'm getting very, very close to -1 without reaching it. We can also go to our table, and as we go more and more negative or more and more positive, we're getting very, 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 very close to -1. Now, does it look like we're actually getting to -1? No, it looks like there's a horizontal asymptote there. So our y values stop at -1, but since that value is not included, we use a parenthesis. So I have this awkward space from -1 to 0 where I don't have any y values getting covered by my graph. So where do my y values start up again? They appear to start up down here at the bottom of this swoosh. Now, if you aren't sure if there's an actual point there, use your trace button, type in x equals 0, and we can see that, yup, that's definitely a point and kind of a bottom vertex of that swoosh. So nothing is happening between -1 and 0, but when I get to 0, that value is included with a bracket, since I'm actually getting that point, and then we're covered going up. Not forgetting my comma there. So this nasty little expression is my range for this function. So a bracket because I'm getting this value, but a parenthesis because it looks like I have a horizontal asymptote at -1. So hopefully that helps you with number 16.